Have you ever considered that the humble egg, a staple on so many breakfast tables, could actually be secretly working against your health? It's a surprising thought, isn't it? For decades, we've seen eggs as a symbol of simple, wholesome nutrition, a go-to for a quick meal, full of protein and goodness. We've cracked them into skillets, boiled them for salads, and scrambled them for hurried mornings, often without a second thought. But what if some of the ways we handle and consume these seemingly innocent eggs are inadvertently turning them into something that could be quietly undermining our well-being, leading to nagging discomforts like an upset stomach, persistent fatigue, or just a general feeling of not being quite right? It's a painful reality to consider that something so familiar could be hiding a secret that many of us are unaware of. In this video, we're going to gently pull back the curtain on 5 incredibly common egg habits that might be doing more harm than good. And importantly, we'll talk about simple, practical ways to turn things around. We'll look at how small changes in how you buy, store, cook, and even what you eat alongside your eggs can make a profound difference, helping you feel more energetic, sharper, and just generally healthier. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you and might just change how you see eggs forever. Let's dive right into the first common habit that might be impacting your health without you even realizing it. And that's how we store our eggs, particularly after we've brought them home from the grocery store. It might seem like such a small thing, almost too obvious to mention. But the way eggs are handled before they even reach your refrigerator can significantly affect their safety. In many parts of the world, including here, eggs are washed before they're packed and sold. This washing process, while seemingly hygienic, actually removes something quite remarkable, a natural protective layer on the eggshell called the bloom or cuticle. This bloom is an incredible natural defense, a thin, invisible coating that seals the egg's tiny pores, preventing bacteria like salmonella from entering the egg and keeping moisture inside. Once that bloom is washed off, the eggshell becomes much more porous and vulnerable. That's why, if you're buying eggs from a conventional grocery store, it's absolutely crucial to refrigerate them as soon as you get home. The cool temperature slows down bacterial growth, drastically reducing the risk of contamination. If you've ever found yourself leaving a carton of eggs out on the counter, perhaps because you like them at room temperature for baking, or simply out of habit, it's a practice worth reconsidering for your health, especially if those eggs are from a commercial source. Think of it like this. Leaving washed eggs out is like leaving a door ajar for unwanted visitors. In this case, microscopic bacteria. We've all heard stories, or perhaps even experienced it ourselves. A sudden, unpleasant stomach upset that we couldn't quite trace back to anything specific. Sometimes, it's the quiet culprit of an improperly stored egg that was just waiting for the right conditions to cause trouble. So, the simple, actionable step here is clear. Refrigerate your grocery store eggs promptly and consistently. Don't leave them out on the counter. And if you happen to get farm-fresh eggs that haven't been washed, perhaps from a local farmer's market, resist the urge to wash them until just before you're ready to use them. Keep that natural bloom intact for as long as possible while still refrigerating them to be on the safe side. Now, let's smoothly transition to another common egg habit that ties directly into safety and nutrient availability. And that's how thoroughly we cook our eggs. Many of us enjoy a beautifully runny yolk, that golden liquid spilling out onto our toast or rice. And it's certainly a delightful culinary experience. However, an undercooked egg, particularly one with a very runny yolk or whites that aren't fully set, carries a potential risk of bacterial contamination, primarily from salmonella. While the chances might seem slim, for an audience like ours, those over 60 whose immune systems might not be as robust as they once were, even a small risk is worth addressing. Salmonellosis, the illness caused by salmonella bacteria, can lead to severe digestive distress, including nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and fever, which can be particularly debilitating and even dangerous for older adults. You might think, oh, I've always eaten runny yolks, and I've been fine. And that's often true. But it only takes one unlucky egg to cause a very unpleasant episode. So, What's the actionable step here? If you love runny yolks, consider using pasteurized eggs. These eggs have been gently heated in their shells to kill any potential bacteria without actually cooking the egg itself, giving you that peace of mind. Otherwise, for maximum safety, aim to cook your egg yolks until they are at least somewhat firm, or until the whites are completely set and opaque. For scrambled eggs, make sure there's no visible raw liquid left. For fried eggs, cook them until the whites are fully set and the yolk begins to thicken. It doesn't mean you have to cook them until they're like rubber, but a little more solidity can go a long way in protecting your digestive health. Remember, a truly nourishing egg is one that provides its wonderful nutrients without bringing any unwanted guests along for the meal. Now that we've discussed proper storage and safe cooking temperatures, let's move on to other habits that might be subtly undermining the goodness of your eggs. Next, let's talk about another common egg habit that can turn this nutritious food into something less beneficial. And that's how we cook our eggs in terms of temperature and the fats we use. There's a big difference between gently cooking an egg and aggressively frying it until it's crispy and brown around the edges, or until the yolk turns a greenish-gray hue. When eggs are cooked at very high temperatures, especially for prolonged periods, the delicate fats and proteins within them can become oxidized. This oxidation process can create compounds that are less beneficial for our bodies and, in some cases, can even be inflammatory. Think of it like this: an egg's nutrients are quite fragile. Blasting them with intense heat can alter their structure, making them harder for your body to fully utilize and potentially introducing unwelcome elements. We've all seen those overcooked fried eggs, tough whites, and dry, crumbly yolks. While they might be convenient, they've lost a lot of their nutritional vitality in the process. The actionable step here is to cook your eggs gently. For frying, use a low to medium heat setting. This allows the egg to cook through evenly without charring or overbrowning. Poaching, boiling, or steaming are also excellent, gentle cooking methods that preserve the egg's inherent goodness. Beyond the cooking temperature, what you cook your eggs in is just as vital. Many people reach for highly processed vegetable oils like corn, soybean, or canola oil, especially when frying. While these oils are common, they are often high in omega-6 fatty acids and can easily become oxidized and rancid when heated to high temperatures, creating inflammatory compounds. This means you might be starting with a perfectly healthy egg, full of beneficial fats and proteins, and inadvertently turning it into an inflammatory meal by cooking it in an unhealthy fat. Imagine preparing a beautiful, fresh dish, only to add a spoonful of something that works against its very purpose. It's like adding sand to a well-oiled machine. Instead, choose healthy, stable fats that can withstand heat. Good quality butter or ghee are wonderful options. Adding a rich flavor, coconut oil, with its unique fatty acid profile, is another stable choice. Even extra virgin olive oil can be used for gentle frying, as long as you keep the heat moderate. By simply switching the fat you use for cooking your eggs, you can significantly enhance their health benefits and ensure you're getting the most out of every bite. It's a small change, but one that can have a surprisingly big impact on your overall well-being and how your body feels after a meal. Now that we've considered how we cook our eggs, let's talk about another crucial, yet often overlooked, habit: ignoring the source and quality of the eggs we buy. Many people just grab the cheapest carton on the shelf, assuming all eggs are essentially the same. But the truth is, not all eggs are created equal, and the conditions in which a hen is raised profoundly impact the nutritional content of her eggs. Industrial eggs, often labeled as cage-free or free-range, which can sometimes be misleading and simply mean the hens aren't in cages but still live in crowded barns with minimal outdoor access, come from hens often fed a diet heavy in corn and soy, and sometimes antibiotics. These eggs tend to have a less favorable omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio, meaning they contain more of the pro-inflammatory omega-6s and fewer of the beneficial omega-3s that are crucial for heart health and brain function. They might also contain residues from the chicken's feed, including pesticides or genetically modified organisms. Think of it this way: a healthy hen produces a healthier egg. If a hen is stressed, confined, and fed an unnatural diet, her eggs will reflect that. It's like the difference between a thriving garden and one that's neglected. The produce simply won't be the same. On the other hand, pasture-raised eggs come from hens that are allowed to roam freely outdoors, foraging on grass, insects, and worms, supplementing their diet with some feed. This natural diet and lifestyle lead to eggs that are significantly more nutrient-dense. They typically contain much higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, more vitamin D from sunlight exposure, more vitamin E, and more beta-carotene, which gives their yolks a deeper, richer orange color. This isn't just about a pretty yolk. It's about a more complete nutritional package. The actionable step here is to seek out pasture-raised eggs whenever possible. Look for labels that specifically state pasture-raised, or buy directly from local farmers who allow their chickens to forage. While they might be a little more expensive, consider it an investment in your health. The difference in nutrient profile can be quite substantial, and for those of us focused on maintaining our vitality as we age, every nutrient counts. It's about choosing quality over mere convenience and recognizing that the small extra effort can bring significant benefits to your body and mind. Finally, let's explore perhaps the most overlooked common egg habit: what you eat. With your eggs. Often, eggs themselves are blamed for health issues. But in reality, the true culprits are frequently the accompanying foods. Think about it. A typical breakfast might pair eggs with processed meats like bacon or sausage, refined carbohydrates like white toast or sugary pastries, and perhaps a glass of fruit juice that's essentially just sugar water. While each of these might seem innocent enough on its own, when combined, they create a meal that is high in unhealthy fats, excessive sugar, and refined grains, all of which contribute to inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and a host of other issues that can outweigh the benefits of the eggs themselves. It's like having a beautiful, sturdy house, but building it on a foundation of shifting sand. Eventually, the good can't compensate for the instability. You might be getting the protein and vitamins from the egg, but then immediately sabotaging your body with a rush of inflammatory ingredients. Consider the common breakfast plate: crispy bacon, white toast, and maybe some fried potatoes alongside your eggs. The processed meats are often loaded with nitrates, unhealthy fats, and sodium, all known to contribute to various health concerns, including heart disease and digestive problems. The white toast quickly converts to sugar in your bloodstream, leading to energy crashes and potentially contributing to insulin resistance over time. Sugary drinks, even healthy fruit juices, add empty calories and spike blood sugar without providing the fiber of whole fruit. The actionable step here is to think holistically about your egg meals. Pair your eggs with nutrient-dense, whole foods that amplify their benefits rather than diminish them. Load up on vegetables: spinach, mushrooms, bell peppers, onions, or tomatoes can be easily scrambled in with your eggs or served on the side. These add fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. Opt for healthy fats like avocado slices, which provide monounsaturated fats and potassium, or a sprinkle of flax seeds or chia seeds for omega-3s and fiber. Instead of white toast, choose a slice of true whole grain sourdough bread or even some roasted sweet potato. If you enjoy a beverage, opt for water, herbal tea, or black coffee. By making these simple swaps, you transform your egg meal from a potentially inflammatory experience into a truly powerhouse breakfast that fuels your body, stabilizes your blood sugar, and provides sustained energy throughout the morning. It's about being mindful of the entire plate, not just one component. So, we've taken a close look at how some incredibly common egg habits might be subtly impacting your health. We've talked about the importance of proper storage for those commercially washed eggs, ensuring you put them in the refrigerator right away to prevent unwelcome bacterial growth. Then, we delved into safe cooking temperatures, emphasizing how cooking eggs thoroughly, or choosing pasteurized options for runny yolks, is a simple step to protect yourself from potential bacterial concerns, especially as our bodies mature. We also discussed the gentle approach to cooking, using healthy fats like butter, ghee, or olive oil, and avoiding high heat that can damage delicate nutrients, turning a wholesome food into something less beneficial. And remember, the source truly matters. Choosing pasture-raised eggs whenever possible ensures you're getting a richer, more nutrient-dense product, full of those vital omega-3s and vitamins that can make a real difference to your vitality. Finally, we explored the crucial role of what you pair with your eggs, shifting away from processed meats and refined carbohydrates towards wholesome vegetables and healthy fats, turning your egg meal into a truly nourishing and energizing start to your day. Remember, this isn't about giving up eggs altogether. It's about making small, informed choices that empower you to get the absolute best from this incredible food. Each of these suggestions is a gentle nudge towards better habits, not a drastic overhaul. You have the power to take control of your plate, and every single conscious decision you make, no matter how small, contributes significantly to your overall health and happiness. Imagine feeling lighter, more energetic, and more vibrant, simply by adjusting these everyday habits. It's truly within your reach. I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any changes in your energy levels, digestion, or overall well-being by adjusting your egg habits or trying some of these suggestions? Perhaps you have a favorite healthy way to prepare eggs you'd like to share. Please, share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful and inspiring to others in our wonderful community. If this video has shed some light on your egg habits and given you some useful, practical advice, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Your support means the world and helps us reach more people who could benefit from this information. And for more helpful content, more tips on living your best, healthiest life at any age, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you for joining me today on this journey towards better health. Remember, your health journey is a continuous one, full of small, powerful choices that accumulate into profound well-being. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep living your best life at every age.